How to use tables from information schema to query the database on how it works. Information schema has metadata about the database, how tables relate to each other, columns, and how the type for each column, etc. So this is very useful information if you want to do more general tools for databases that will do some work that works on a lot of tables, etc. So in this video we are here we have a text from MySQL. It has these tables from information schema, but in this sample we are going to query Microsoft SQL Server, and we are going to use the editor Visual Studio Code with a plugin called mssql. To start, we need to open a new editor, and we need to set this to SQL type. There, and we also need to connect. Can use that. Now we are connected, and now Visual Studio Code will work as a query tool. The first in this tutorial video we are going to find out all primary keys for each table and the type for those primary keys. And to do that we need 3 tables from information schema. The first one is key column usage. Here we got the result from this table, and we can check out information about key column usage here. Here are the columns in that table, and this is a standard. So this query will work on a lot of different databases, relation databases. The next, the information found here is all columns that is keys in the table. It can be foreign keys or primary keys or unique keys, but unique key works like a primary key. Unique index. The next table we're going to use is table constraints, and we execute that. In this query we will find if it is a foreign key or a primary key, and we will only need to find the primary keys. The foreign keys we are not interested in the foreign keys. And the third is the columns, and in the columns table we can find the type for the primary key. So here we got the, as you can see, this table has a lot of columns, and that is there are many properties for each column. But here we have the data type, so from that table we can see the type. Now to find out the primary key for each table, we need to join these three tables. And we can use this. Do like that, an alias for that, and here I'm going to use 3 columns. From that I will use table and table name and column name. This will just here we got the schema for the table and the table name and the column name. But to get the type, we also need to join with that to extract the primary keys, and this to get the type. So and there we have a join with the constraint name and constraint name. And by this, when we have this table, we can filter out the primary keys. There, setting that filter will only show rows with primary keys. And the last table will get the type. So join columns, call an alias can you was an error there. Cause table schema, table name, and the last one, that should be column name. Go cu punkt lika med c punkt So I think we will switch the view here to get below. Now this is almost ready. We need to add the last column, that is the type, and that column is called the data type, and it is found in the columns table. Is that the comma? I don't see. I see it a bit. So, it's not the right position against the when you filming or recording the screen. Now here we got the schema, table name and column name, and the data type. We can switch to another. This database has unique identifiers as primary keys. If we switch to another database, we can do like that. Connect north wind, and this database has different types, integer, or here, and here we have a primary key that is an n-varchar. So as you can see here, using tables from information schema, you can query and find out information about the database. You can also see how each table relates to another table, and I will present in other videos how this can be used to create scripts automatically without from the selection tool. Okay.